He said he doesn't feel anything anymore. The truth is, that's a big lie. He trembled upon hearing your name. In fact, the last time he saw you, he was frozen for a moment, as if the world had stopped. While you sleep, he is awake, recalling the moments you shared, thinking of you with the intensity that frightens him. This person is lost between what he shows and what he truly feels inside. He lives his life, but your presence has never left his mind. The facade of indifference he creates is just a mask. He says everything is fine, but deep down, he knows it's a lie he tells himself to avoid facing the truth. And you know this because you've felt it before. You notice the way he falls silent when your name is mentioned. You picked up on his small reactions when others talk about you both. His gaze says more than the words he speaks. It's as if you can see through what he tries to hide. You're not imagining it. He is in conflict. On the outside, he pretends he's found peace and doesn't miss you. But on the inside, it's a sea of confusion. He struggles between what he wants and what he fears. He's afraid of opening up and getting hurt, afraid that vulnerability could come at a high cost. So he says he doesn't feel anything, but in reality, your absence leaves a void that nothing can fill. This person misses you. He longs for your laughter, the way you look at him, the way your conversations flowed. What he hides is that the moments with you were different, special. He tries to deceive himself, telling himself he can move on, but he can't. He has tried to replace you, but every new connection ends up highlighting the absence you create in his life. Meanwhile, you continue with your life, doing the best you can. You try to forget, but he's always there, like a shadow that won't dissipate. You feel the absence. He's caught up in the little things of everyday life. When he hears a song or sees something that reminds him of what they shared, he wonders if you feel the same way. He's trapped in a cycle of regret and denial. He thinks about how everything would have been different if he had found the courage to be honest with you. Imagining you by his side, building a life together, is a thought that haunts him, but he won't take any action. His pride prevents him from taking the first step. In doing so, he condemns himself to live in the lament of what could have been. Meanwhile, time doesn't stop. He goes out searching for distractions, but nothing feels like it did when he was with you. He avoids places that remind him of you, pretending that everything is fine while deep down he feels like he's losing the only real opportunity he ever had. He wishes he could turn back time and correct his mistakes, but he can't. He knows you deserve someone who will express their feelings, who has the courage to fight for what they want. But at this moment he feels small, unable to confront his own heart. He could have everything with you, but remains paralyzed by his own fear. And you know this too. You both are living an unspoken truth. You already knew this. This person feels nothing, right? That's what he tells the world. But in reality, it's all a lie. Every time he hears your name, he trembles. This isn't just simple nervousness. It's a clear sign of the emotional turmoil he's carrying inside. He tries to convince himself that everything is fine, that he no longer cares about you. But the truth is, he thinks about you every day. While you're sleeping, he's awake, looking at old photos, reliving every moment spent with you. Not because he wants to, but because he can't help it. He misses you, and that's real. And you know this because even without him saying a word, you notice the little things. When your friends mention something about you and he changes the subject, trying to disguise his agitation, you see how he lights up, even if he tries to hide it. For a second, when he hears your name, you're not imagining it. It's true. This person might have said he needed some time, but what he really needed was courage. Courage to face the feelings he stirred in you. He knows you saw through him, and that terrifies him. You touched on the wounds he usually hides, on the insecurities he doesn't want anyone to see. And now he feels vulnerable, lost, not knowing how to deal with it. While he smiles at others, inside he's in despair, battling the truth he's trying to avoid. At night, when loneliness wraps around him, he finds himself imagining a future with you. But he doesn't act. He pictures you on his couch, waking up next to you. And for a brief moment, the idea of a life together is all he wants. But when that thought arises, fear paralyzes him. Fear of not being enough, of revealing who he really is, of losing you forever. Meanwhile, you're moving on with your life. You get through the days, but you still miss him. The connection hasn't vanished. You wonder if he still thinks of you, even though you know the answer is yes. But that doesn't change anything, because he is paralyzed, trapped in his own insecurities. He knows he was unfair. He knows he left you without answers. You deserved more than that, but he's stuck in his pride. He's tried to write to you, but he deleted everything. His insecurity makes him hesitate, and it consumes him. And while he distracts himself with other people, he compares each of them to you and realizes none come close. You are one of a kind. The memories of what you shared haunt him. He replays your conversations, the laughter, the moments when the connection was palpable. No one else has ever touched him like you did. His life has become a loop. He wakes up, works, and at night, when everything goes quiet, you invade his thoughts. He feels. Deliver scenarios where you appear unexpectedly, and each one ends with you both together. But he doesn't take the initiative. It's a vicious cycle. You're on his mind, but he's afraid of losing you for good, so he does nothing. He's paralyzed, and time is passing. He knows he's losing his chance, but he remains trapped in his own fears and insecurities. And you? You keep wondering if he still loves you. The answer is yes. But what does that mean if he doesn't know how to act? The truth is, he's sinking in pain and longing, and meanwhile both your lives go on, but the connection remains. And you've always known this. He said he doesn't feel anything anymore, and you know that's a lie. This person trembles at the sound of your name. It's as if a jolt runs through his body, a wave of emotions he cannot control. While you sleep, this person relives moments with you, your conversations, the way you spoke, the way you smiled. He might not admit it, but the truth is that you are always present in his thoughts. You noticed when his gaze hesitated, when his voice subtly trembled while saying your name. He pretends he's fine, but you saw the signs. The way he avoids certain topics, how he distracts himself as if trying to forget, but deep down he knows he can't. You're not imagining anything. This person misses the connection you had. He convinced himself that he needed space, but what he really wanted was an excuse to avoid confronting his feelings. What he truly feels is insecurity. He fears that if he opens up and takes the risk, he might end up getting hurt, and that paralyzes him. So what does he do? He pretends he doesn't care, that everything is under control, but at the same time, he's navigating a sea of memories and regrets. He loses himself in thoughts, remembering the last time. Every time you both laughed together, the way you looked into his eyes and managed to see beyond the walls he built, that frightens him because he knows you touch on something that no one else has. Meanwhile, you still feel the echo of his presence, the void he leaves in front of the little things in daily life. You've caught yourself thinking about how it would be if he just took a step forward, if he had the courage to speak the truth, even if that meant opening old wounds. The time you spent together doesn't just fade away, and he knows that. He goes out, distracts himself, even seeks out other people, but it's always in vain. No one compares to you. No one can make his heart race like you did. And that hurts him more than he shows. He gets lost in a vicious cycle of doubts and regrets, more trapped than ever in the fear of exposing himself. The idea that you might be moving on with someone else eats away at him inside. He murmurs a few phrases to himself, questions that will never have answers. What if I had acted differently? What if I had said I felt something more? Those thoughts hammer away in his mind without rest. The truth is, he knows he was wrong, and he knows time is passing. Meanwhile, you continue with your life, unaware that these emotions are boiling inside him. You realize you're still waiting for something, a message, a sign, anything, but that someone remains trapped in his own fear, his own uncertainty. He doesn't know how to come back. And that hesitation is what's destroying any chance for both of you. And so while he rummages through memories, you move forward. The pain of this silence is mutual, even if he doesn't realize how deep it is, created between you. You've already grasped the truth, even if he doesn't put it into words. And this uncertainty only raises more questions. What do you do now? You carry on with life, but always reminded that he still thinks of you and that deep down there's something unresolved. You know that. He's not being honest with himself, and it hurts inside. And you've always known this. This person is trying to forget you, but in reality, he can't. He says that he doesn't feel anything anymore, but he trembles when he hears your name. That's the truth he doesn't share. While you sleep, this person reevaluates everything you lived through together. He thinks about every conversation, every laugh, and it consumes him. You know this because you felt his hesitation the last time you saw each other. He tried to act naturally, but he couldn't hide the spark in his eyes, the way he still lights up when talking about you. You noticed. You weren't imagining it. That facade of indifference, totally fake. This person, in his darkest hours, wonders if he could have done things differently. He was so focused on protecting himself that he forgot how to open up to you. He said he needed space, but what he really needed was a push, a sign that you still cared, that there was still a place for him in your world. He keeps himself busy with things that don't matter. He goes out with other people, tries to distract himself, but the truth is that nobody compares to you. He says he's fine, but the loneliness he feels is palpable. Sometimes he catches himself looking at pictures of you. Those memories that flash like a film through his mind won't go away. He hides this. A forced smile, but his eyes betray him. The fear of admitting the truth is greater. Meanwhile, you continue to struggle with your own pain, waiting for a message, for a sign, trying to understand why this person disappeared without explanations. And the truth is that he's also wondering about this. You're not the only one with unanswered questions. Deep down, he knows he was unfair, that he left you without the proper clarifications, and guilt consumes him. He keeps thinking about how it would be if you both talked again, how, if he had the courage to send that message that he kept hidden for weeks, the one that could pave the way for a new beginning, but he can't do it. His pride is strong, but the pain of not having you is even greater. And here's the brutal truth. This person misses you. He has already imagined an honest conversation, a reunion that would change everything, but the fear of losing what he could have paralyzes him. He is stuck in a cycle of anxiety and regret, but he thinks he's protecting himself. You, in turn, try to move on. You get involved in new activities, meet new people, but that connection doesn't fade. What you built was real and deep, and he feels it in a way he can't express. His absence is a constant echo that you can't ignore. And all the while, time slips through both of your fingers. He watches you from afar but takes no action. You wonder if you still matter to him, and the answer is yes. He still cares. But the words left unsaid create a barrier that feels insurmountable. And the truth hanging in the air is that both of you are paralyzed. He misses you, but his pride prevents him from reaching out. And you already knew that. He said he doesn't feel anything anymore, but that's a flat-out lie. This person who occupies your thoughts at this hour of the night is full of contradictions. While you sleep, he thinks of you. And it's not just coincidence. It's because your name echoes in his mind, causing a tremor he can't control. You may not believe it, but the truth is he trembles at the very mention of you. You know this because you have seen his gaze change when your name is spoken. You felt it when the conversation turned heavy, but he looked away. Those moments of silence between you speak louder than a million words. You're not imagining anything. He feels all of this but can't admit it. The truth is he still desires you. He spends his nights questioning himself, recalling moments he should have cherished. He smiles when he remembers your laughter, but he hides the pain that comes with the thought that he may have lost you forever. He walks around, trying to act as if nothing is happening, but the signs are there, clear to see. He said he was focused on other things. That's a lie. What he really needs is a push, a nudge to get him out of the comfort zone he created. He knows that being with you means facing fears, and that scares him. He fears the depth you brought to his life. What does he hide from you? How inadequate he feels. How small he feels next to a connection as intense as yours. The truth is he doesn't feel worthy. He might be with other people, laughing and pretending everything is fine, but when he's alone, reality hits hard. He misses you and can't help it. Meanwhile, you continue living your life. You smile, have fun, but there's always a small space in your mind that cries out for him. You look at your phone, waiting for a message that may never come. And the harsh reality is that he will remain lost in his uncertainty while you try to move on. He has imagined many times how different it could be. In his most vulnerable moments, he finds himself thinking about the two of you. He imagines how easy it would have been if he had told the truth from the start. But he lacks the courage. Fear is an enemy he can't seem to conquer. The brutal truth is that while his life goes on, there's a part of you that is still stuck in this. He doesn't know how to express what he feels, and you've known that all along. He misses what you both had, even though he denies it to himself, but that doesn't change the fact that he is paralyzed. And with each passing day, the chance to fix things dwindles, and you already knew he feels. Now it's up to you to decide what to do with this truth.